Welcome to Area 2 Plumbers JATC Continuing Education courses. Here are some helpful tips to assist you in navigating our course and viewing our course material. Your home screen. We will use the fictitious account of James T. Kirk to demonstrate navigation, viewing, and using our courses. After you have paid for your course and created an account on continuinged.area2app.com, you will arrive at the home screen. Getting to know your home screen. The navigation panel. The area indicated in the red square is the navigation panel. The picture below is an up-close view of that navigation panel. By clicking on Home or My Courses, you can see a list of all of the courses you're enrolled in. By clicking on My Home, you can change your password and add any other missing account information. The Information Panel. The area indicated in red is the Information Panel. This panel displays some helpful instruction for the newly enrolled continuing education students, and it only appears on the home screen. The My Courses panel. The area indicated in red is the My Courses panel. Below that is an up-close view of the My Courses panel. Any courses you have enrolled in will be listed here. The Settings panel. The small area indicated in the red square is the Settings panel. For our purposes, the only thing you'll really use this area for is to review your grades. In order to review your grades, go into the Settings panel, click on the arrow to show the grades, and then click on Grades. Docking and undocking panels. At some point during the process of reviewing course material and taking the quizzes, you may wish to give yourself more room on the screen, or remove unnecessary distractions. Your screen can go from looking like this to looking like this. How to do it. Note in the navigation panel there's a small icon. On the screen it's indicated in the red square. By clicking that icon, you can dock your panel. Even with the panels docked, you can still use the docked panels to see all of the options within each panel. Here's how. By placing your pointer over the docked panel, for instance the navigation panel, all of the navigation panel options will be displayed. Your course. Your course screen is where you'll spend most of your time. Once you get used to it, coming back will get easier and easier. You will always be able to log in and immediately access your course, and will be able to begin right where you left off. It's easy. When you log back into your course, because you are able to work at your own pace, simply look for the empty checkbox on the right side of the screen. Every task you complete for the course will receive a blue check in the box. Future quizzes will not appear until the previous quiz has been successfully completed, as shown above. From this screen, we can tell that James has completed the reading material for this section. We can tell this because there's a blue check mark in the box. But he has not completed the quiz for this section. This is indicated because there is no blue check mark in the box next to the Chapter 4 quiz. So in order to move on in the course, he must complete the quiz. Once James has completed the quiz, note there is now a blue check mark in the box, the next section will appear. You will be guided through your course. Below is an example. This step is explaining that until you have read the upcoming course introduction, you will not be able to progress in the course. The course is split up into sections. The tasks that are required to complete the section are clearly defined. This section states that you must read the specified sections of the Oregon Plumbing Specialty Code, Chapter 4, and successfully complete the Chapter 4 quiz, which has 3 questions. This is an example of a section which has been completed. Each section has a task, reading material, and a quiz. This example is a task. The task specifies that you should read Chapter 4, and then further specifies the exact portions of Chapter 4 that you should read. Here are some frequently used icons you are likely to encounter in the course and what they mean. The information page, for instance, course introduction. The PDF document, reading material in the form of a PDF. URL or link. Links take you directly to the reading material, likely on a state website. A quiz. This icon will take you to the quiz for the section. Sometimes the system chokes a little and may need a little help. So we built in a couple of just-in-case features. On the right-hand side of the course, you will always see this handy little box. If you have completed a reading assignment or received 100% on a quiz and your next task is not showing up, click the link in the box to refresh the system. There is also a link within each section that should do the same thing. So if you've completed a reading assignment or received 100% on a quiz and your next task is not showing up, this is another link you can click. But if all else fails and the 2 safety features do not work as intended, you can always go to your navigation panel and click on the last section shown. In this case, it would be Section 5. To check your progress in the course, this handy progress bar has been included. The green bars are sections that have been successfully completed. Another way to check your progress is to check out your grades report. Notice that Jim Kirk has completed every section in the course and received 100%, and an overall 100% for course grade. Your course content. Because every internet browser behaves a little different from one another, there might be some visual inconsistencies. Unfortunately, there is no way to anticipate what size screen, text, and what kind of zooming each user will be using with their browser and their computer. For this reason, we try to provide the course content, the reading material, in 2 ways. The preferred method is to keep the course content on the same screen as the multiple choice question. If your browser is not set up to view the course content in this way, you have 2 options. 1. Using the instructions in this introduction, enable this function for your browser. 2. Use the link provided to view and/or download the content. The disadvantage of having to download and open the document is that you will have to navigate back and forth from the document to the quiz. A note for tablet and cell phone users: you may not have a choice. These devices may not be capable of viewing framed documents. We suggest you tell the browser to remember your username and password when prompted. On an Android system, when you navigate between the document and the quiz, you may automatically be logged out of your course. If you have told the browser to remember you, you will only have to click Log In, and you won't have to re-enter the information. Here are some examples of visual inconsistencies and what they mean. Example 1. The content is not visible in this example. The solution for the missing content is to go into your browser settings and ensure that all Adobe PDF and Flash plugins and/or extensions are enabled. Warning: every time you download anything, even a trusted entity, carefully read each screen you are presented with. If at any point they ask you if you want to install another program, for instance McAfee, uncheck the box and/or say no thank you before proceeding. If they ask you to choose the full download or the custom download, select custom. Sometimes they sneak in additional downloads by tricking us into selecting the full download. If you choose to download and open the documents rather than change your browser settings, there will be a link to download the document provided in every question in the quizzes. Click the link if you prefer not to change your browser settings. Example 2 of visual inconsistencies. You get on the page and you realize that the document in the window is too big and is actually cut off at the far right side. To solve this problem, simply zoom out. Click in a blank area on the left side of the screen. The area where the blue arrow is pointing is ideal. Once you've done that, access the menu for the browser and select Zoom Out or Decrease Zoom, whichever option your browser presents. An alternative method is to press Ctrl and the minus sign at the same time. This will have the same effect. However, once you've done this, you might notice that the text in the document is too small to read. This is simple. To solve this problem, simply use the outermost scroll bar to the far right to scroll down the web page. Stop where the blue section begins. Hover your pointer about 1/2 to 1 inch above the blue portion of the page, just at the end of the reading material, and a menu will appear out of nowhere. Click the plus sign until the text is large enough to comfortably read. This slide shows. Some courses contain content provided in the form of a slideshow. This is why earlier we recommended that you enable any Flash plugins and/or extensions that were disabled. To navigate to the previous and next screens, simply click on the left-pointing and right-pointing arrows. If you are unable to see the slideshow in your browser, please use the instructions shown earlier to enable Flash objects to work. The quiz. The most important task for continuing education students to complete is, of course, the quiz. The quiz questions are multiple choice, as shown here. After you have selected an answer, you must click Check. This is how the system knows whether you need another chance to answer the question and how it knows whether to provide the hint. Once you have clicked Check, the system will present you with one of the following responses. The first, of course, is the one we hope for. Or, if your answer is not correct, you'll receive a yellow and red response and a button that says Try Again. You will have 2 attempts to answer each question. If your answer is incorrect on the first try, you will be given a hint. The hint will generally tell you exactly where to find the answer. This is an example of the response an incorrect answer will receive. You will click Try Again after you have read the reading material you were referred to by the hint. You will know which question you are on by looking at the quiz navigation box on the left side of the screen. Remember, this box may be docked. This box shows us that there are 3 questions in this quiz, and we are currently on question 1. If you need to know how many times you have answered a question and how many chances you have left, you can look for this block at the top of the question. This block shows that we are on question 1. We have not yet attempted to answer the question. Therefore, we still have 2 tries. Once you answer all of the questions, hopefully with 100% success, the following screen will be presented to you. You must select Submit all and finish. The certificate. When you have successfully completed the course, you will be presented with a very handsome certificate of completion. So James has earned his certificate. Here's how you can print yours. The certificate icon will appear once you have successfully completed the final quiz of your course. Click it. You will be taken to this screen. Click on Get Your Certificate. When you are asked if you want to open or save the file, select Open. Once you have opened it, you can save it to your computer and/or print it. We will take care of submitting your continuing education credits to the state of Oregon. We hope you feel comfortable here and come back as we add more continuing education courses and opportunities. That's it.